Hi guys, Andy King here from King Builders. Today we're here with Michael Ross, co-director and building designer from MR Designs, to talk about the building design process.
Thank you for having me.
Can you tell us a little bit more about MR Designs?
Yeah, sure. So MR Designs is a building design company we established 3 years ago. And we specialise in mainly residential projects, but we also do a bit of commercial work as well. So residential, we do a lot of new homes, raise and builds, extensions off the back of Queenslanders, and townhouses. So we have a team of 8 here. You got myself and Hayden as the directors. We have Anika, the interior designer, and then a support team of 5 draftsmen.
We've been getting a lot of feedback from our clients lately about wanting more information about what's involved in the design process. Can you tell us a little bit more about how the design process works?
When clients decide to get in touch with us and they're looking at building, renovating, etc., we normally go out for a free site consultation, or if they're looking to do a new home or townhouse, we actually have them into our office here and have a bit of a chat about their brief, their requirements, and of course the big one, the budget. From there, we would get my team out to do a site measure, and sometimes a surveyor is required as well. So we can recommend good surveyors and get quotes for the clients as well. From there, once we have a good brief, we take a few weeks to create the concept plans, and then we meet up again with the clients, and then we go through a design and development process. So that process is us expecting to work with the clients, have them in here a few times, and then we want to get builders involved to ensure that we are on the right track with the budget. We also want to have site meetings, of course, with the builders as discussed early on to make sure that everything's on the right track. Once they are happy with the design and they're happy with the build costs and the builder, then we go ahead to the approval stage. So firstly, town planning DA may be required. It's not required on every project, but we can know early on by talking to our recommended town planners if it is going to be required. From there, my team do the construction plans. You probably need a structural engineer as well, who will do all their specifications for all the engineering. And then we go to the building approval, which is pretty much council approval, but it's done through a private certifier. Once all this is done, we're ready to build. If anyone wants to find out more about the process, they can jump onto mrdesigns.com.au and download our booklet, which explains who we are, what we provide, and that process I just discussed, but in further detail.
We really encourage engaging your builder early on in the preliminary stages of the process. What do you think are the advantages of having a builder on board during this time are?
I think it's essential to involve a builder early on in the process. The big key factor to any project we work on is budget. So it's extremely important that after a couple of design development meetings with the clients that we involve a builder or builders to start pricing the project, and even to have site meetings with the builders, and just to ensure that there's not better ideas that the builders may come up with, because whilst we're building designers, builders have their own profession and a different kind of eye.
In your experience, what are the most important aspects of the builder-design relationship?
Communication, 100%. We have to be able to, this may seem like a daunting process to a lot of people, but we just try and make it as smooth and easy as possible. So to do that, we need a good team around us, and we need to be able to call them and just have a chat, get their thoughts and advice whenever required. So communication is number one.
What are the trends that you're seeing in Brisbane right now?
Right now we're seeing something that's really big at the moment and that we love working on is the modern extension to the back of a traditional Queenslander, or a modern raise and build underneath. So what I mean when I say modern is we keep the traditional pre-war home nice and light, like lots of white features, and then we do some really nice dark extension to the Queenslander. Chuck in some timber, some steel, some polished concrete, and they contrast, all those colours together contrast beautifully. So that's really big at the moment. Another trend that's been quite big for a few years is, of course, the Hampton style. So a lot of people looking to build new homes in traditional character overlay areas. The Hampton style meets the requirements of town planning, and so that's been quite big. The other trends that we're seeing a lot in terms of high-end residential projects is just simplicity and using beautiful materials. So again, things like steel, concrete, lots of glass, timber internally, externally, and it's just all about function. Modern architecture is about simplicity and function. Let's go.
Thanks. so much for talking with us.
My
today.
pleasure.
You've got a lot of great designs going on at
Thank
the
you.
moment that's worth checking out.
Cheers.
If you would like any more information on the build or design process, please get in touch with either MR Designs or King Builders. We'd love to hear from you.